Hello. How are you? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Just testing that my microphone is working. It looks like it is. And just let everybody know that I'm here. Oh, that's supposed to be an E, not an R. My keyboard's a little bit away from me, so I hit the wrong key. But welcome, those of you that are joining me. Now, I will start this reading with a little bit of an update of what's going on with September in general. Okay, because we have quite a few interesting things going on through September, actually. So, first of all, it is a time of retrograde. Now, a lot of the larger planets have been in retrograde for some time now. So, through September, we're going to have 6 planets in retrograde. So, we've got 5 of the bigger outer planets: Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus are all in retrograde. And at the end of the month, around about the 27th, I think it is, I'll double check that, but Mercury, our favourite Mercury, will be going retrograde, and we all love a Mercury retrograde, don't we? So now we've got 5 of the big planets and Mercury all going in retrograde. So what is a retrograde? Okay. So a retrograde is when a planet appears to be moving backwards, as we see it from the Earth, looking out. So it's a phenomenon that is due to our Earth-based view, because the Earth revolution period around the Sun is shorter and proximity to the Sun is closer. So Earth gradually overtakes in the course of an annual revolution. The Sun, however, stays where the Sun is and is forever in a direct motion, plodding steadily along on its course. So it's in forward motion, and that determines the retrograde cycle of any specific planet. So in effect, it's like overtaking a car, and there's a moment there when you're overtaking that car next to you appears to be standing still, but you're just overtaking it and going faster. So that is basically the short version of retrograde. I won't go into any longer details because it's probably just confused and won't be an asset to the explanation, really, if you're not a avid astrologer enthusiast. So now the effects of the frequencies and vibrations of the planets that we receive here on Earth. What are the effects? Well, you can experience inward examination of your life, or you might even feel that you're forced to withdraw into contemplation. Others may be experiencing the projection of power into relationships. Now, that could be creating your own space or examining the undercurrents of anger or animosity. Conversely, it can resolve conflict. Okay? So there could be some conflict aired through the retrograde cycle that could be, I don't know whether resolved is the right word, but it could certainly be finding some sort of resolution by the time the planets start moving in direct motion again. So when will that be? Okay, so Mercury will be going stationary retrograde on the 27th of September. So jot that down for any of you that have got your journals ready there. Okay. Hello, Sandra. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sandra. Okay. So we've got internet problems too. I do understand the internet. Everybody has been complaining about the internet and it's running very slow, but it could be due to the high volume of people around the world using the internet that is causing that. But I'll blame it on Uranus because Uranus governs technology and it's behaving a bit erratically at the moment. Okay, so Mercury is stationary retrograde on the 27th of October, okay, of September, sorry, and goes direct again the 18th, 19th of October. So Mercury is also in Libra, and this also will be a time where you sort out communications with a partner. Once it moves direct, those partnership communications can improve. Jupiter is also in retrograde, and that goes direct on the 18th of October. Okay, so there's a lot of search for meaning with Jupiter in retrograde, and being in Aquarius as it is, transiting through Aquarius, it's sort of inspiring us to seek the new. And it's also bringing forth humanitarian issues as well. So we can see that playing out as well, but you might even find that you yourself are seeking more humanitarian endeavours and pursuits. So you can use that Jupiter in Aquarius to really expand your friendships. You can. It's a planet of expansion, and it is, you know, groups and hobbies and those kinds of things. So you may even find a new hobby that you're really feeling inspired to do, or something that you've thought of doing in the past. Because retrogrades, to me, do tend to take you back to something that you wanted to do in the past, and now is the time, if it's involving hobbies, because Jupiter's in Aquarius, that you can actually really embrace those hobbies, or friendships, new friendships, or joining groups, or being a part of a group activity. Saturn is also in retrograde, as I said, and that goes direct on the 11th of October. So we can really look forward to October. October, things are going to start moving forward again. And while it's in retrograde in Aquarius, so Saturn and Jupiter are both in Aquarius, it helps to rearrange our priorities. It airs out some of the frustration and resentment, and it can also highlight the limitations in our life. And there's an awful lot of us that are really feeling those limitations due to restrictions and lockdowns and all the rest of it. I actually got my second jab today, so that's why I'm on early before night time, because one, I wanted to be able to do a reading for some of the Kiwis, who I know, me going on at 7:30 at night, it's 9:30 over there, so this might help them out too, so they're not up yawning their heads off. And I don't often get a time during the week to do any live reading because I go to work. So it's nice to be doing one of the afternoon. Okay, so that's Saturn retrograde. So until the 11th, there's some things that may need to end to make room for a new beginning. And it can be teaching us to wait things out and to, get real. And, we don't really want to have to deal with reality. We've all been dealing with reality for something like 18 months or more now. And I know for some of Australia and quite a fair bit of New Zealand, we're all a bit over this and just want to get on with it now. So that brings us to Uranus, planet of freedom and liberation, radical change, technology. So Uranus is retrograde. Now Uranus won't be going direct until early next year, so we're in the retrograde motion with Uranus in Taurus for quite some time to come. So there could be a little bit of weirdness involved with that, as well as things connected with technology not working properly, playing up, but also can bring brand new technology. But sometimes I wonder, is the new technology actually helping us or hindering us? Because it certainly takes an awful lot of time to get anything done because of all the things you've got to fill in online. And I mean, like, who's got time? So I've still got to go and get my little passport thing to say that I'm double vaxxed, but I've been online doing my tax return as well, so I'm just over having to fill in things and answer questions. So that's why I thought it'd be nice to do something like this as well. Neptune is also retrograde, and that will be going direct on the 1st of September. So there's that confusion and fogginess connected with Neptune in Pisces in retrograde. But it also has a mystical quality, and it is also a wonderful channel for other realms to be able to come through. Okay, so I really, really like the Neptune energy, and you could find yourself delving back into mystic kind of things. And hello, she's back. Okay, wonderful. This is a Virgo full moon, new moon today. Today we have a Virgo full moon, Miss Gemma, sorry. So hi Sandra, to both of you. It's a little special early one for the Kiwis, as I was saying, because I know that you usually end up having to stay up late to do the live readings. And I know you're all in lockdown too. We're all in this together. Great. Yeah, so Virgo full new moon. So this is a really good time, as usual, to put your intentions forward for the month ahead. So Now, I've only got two planets in retrograde to go. So that's the Neptune, that's one, and that goes direct on the 1st of December. So you can really use that to contact and channel in the higher realms. And you can use that retrograde energy to, dig into your tarot cards or your spiritual interests. Even if it's meditation or yoga or reading some sort of new book, or might even be an old book. But the book that has fallen out of the shelf for me is the Celestine Prophecy. I don't know if you read the Celestine Prophecy, and that's all backwards in the writing. It's by James Redfield, and it is in the Peru forest. There's an ancient manuscript that has been discovered. Within its pages are 9 keen insights into life itself. Insights each human being is predicted to grasp sequentially, one insight after another, as they move toward a complete spiritual culture on Earth. And it is a fascinating book. I loved it back in the 90s when it came out. And yeah, it is amazing. And it's fallen out of the bookshelf. So I thought it needed to be mentioned today. I was looking for another book on the moon, the new moon, and this one fell out. So I thought, right, that's the one I'm meant to talk about. So if you're interested in that sort of high adventure book, then that is a good one, especially when we're in lockdown, because I mean, we've got to find things to keep ourselves occupied. So now the last planet in retrograde is Pluto in Capricorn, and that is on the 7th of October. So that on the 7th of October, it goes direct. Sorry, get that clear. So it's in retrograde here through September, and it goes direct on the 7th of October. And so then you can get ready to make some important decisions from the 7th of October and dig deep and be honest, because Pluto really gets into the nitty gritty, and be honest. So sometimes maybe not be too blunt, but don't try and skirt around anything with authorities or anything like that. Tell them the exact honest, not your truth, the honest truth. You know what I mean? Like this, your truth. Well, doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. So you've got to be honest. So Pluto energy is about what comes to us from other solar systems. So it's a very galactic energy. And I think through the end of this year and certainly into next year, there's much more awareness about galactic energies and things to do with our galaxy. So that is very revealing, and it can bring about new developments as well. So the Pluto in Capricorn energy is about strength, it's about courage, it's our development of new skills and a new way, and it's also about our reality being tested. It's a very fateful energy, Pluto energy, so it does give us that profound soul searching, and tests our faith in ourselves, and it tests our faith in humanity at large. But paradoxically, it helps to result in the letting go of anything that's toxic in your life, as well as cherished ideas. So you may have to tweak things. You still will end up where you're supposed to be. You will still get what you're supposed to have, but it might not be exactly what you thought you wanted, because at this particular time in our journey, it isn't actually about what we want. It's about what we need. So what you will need will be coming to you, and from the 7th of October, it will really be propelling you very faithfully in the right direction. Okay? So that's always really a wonderful time. Now, now a little bit about the new moon. I'll just with the Virgo new moon. So the new moon was at 14.8 degrees of Virgo, and Virgo, of course, is the sign that's to do with our health. It's to do with our hygiene. It's about perfection. It's about our well-being. Hence why I wanted to do a live reading today, because you know, we need to really raise that well-being for within ourselves. And it's always, new moon is always the time to put our intentions forward. Now, I hope you don't mind me asking you the question, but I've got this on because last time when I was live, it was really echoey, and I don't know whether this microphone is working on here. So if somebody could just let me know whether they think it sounds better than it did last time, or is it echoey, or what do you think about the sound, basically? Because I'm flying very much without a lot of helpful audio gadgets. All good. Okay, good. Thank you, Gemma. All right. Now, the other thing with the moon in Virgo is it's great energy for tidying up, getting organised. If any of you are looking for doing any sort of health checks, great time in the new moon phase, and it usually lasts about 3 days, the new moon phase. You might even start a new sort of fitness regime, and you may even find that you've got to really pay attention to detail. So, you know, really writing down things. Like in my case, I've had to reopen a injury with work. So I've got to go, and it's an old injury that's come back to really haunt me. And so I've got to write down all the details about it all over again, that kind of thing, okay? But with your new moon energy, you can use it to set your intentions for getting organised, for your health, for all those sorts of well-being things. And it's also a service energy. So you could be finding that you know who you need to be service to, or someone may need to be of service to you. You might need a plumber, or you might need a painter, or something like that. So getting some sort of service taken care of as well. I've got some extra notes here too about today's new moon. So it is a time where we could start to see some weather conditions getting a bit erratic, but it's spring down here in the southern hemisphere, so that's not really unusual. And it's autumn up there in the northern hemisphere, for any of you in the northern hemisphere watching. And we've got the equinox, of course, on the 21st, 22nd of September. And I thought I'd do a special equinox reading as well, because I know that I'm not going to have time this month either, unfortunately, to do my usual zodiac wheels. Hopefully October. I'm hoping October I'll be able to fit it in, but with all the different appointments I've had to go to, doctor's appointments and work commitments and all of that, it's just been impossible to find the time. So I do apologise for everybody who misses those. So now, is there any questions that you'd like me to ask the cards? I have the angel cards here today. I'm going to ask these angel cards, which they do have little messages on them. And I've got my beautiful animal cards, which I love, the animal medicine. I've got my usual tarot deck, so I'll use all 4 decks. I've got my usual tarot deck here, the Lotus deck, and I've got the Angel Answer card. Okay, Miss Gemma. So I'll start with the Lotus deck, and I'll ask that. Okay, so it's on the Pisces full moon. Is it Pisces full moon? Yeah. Pisces full moon. Let's see. Got my notes here. 21st at 9:54. Full moon in Pisces at 28.3 degrees. Moon is void of course on that day. So, not a good day to make decisions when the moon is void of course. Slow down and rest. Okay, so don't be, it's not, when the moon's void of course, it's not a good time to make a decision. So it might be put on hold. I hope not, for your sake. But we'll see what the cards say. Because Pisces energy isn't real good at decision making. Pisces tend to hither and dither and to and fro, and they procrastinate, and, whereas an Aries will go boom, 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 or Sagittarius will go boom, make that decision. A Pisces will say, I don't know whether or not I want this or that. So yeah, that's why Pisces full moon. But you're on the 20th, and the full moon isn't exact until the 21st. So in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so we'll Miss Jen. Yes, Pisces love Aries sometimes. As we know, Miss Gemma. not all Aries are great. Okay, so will Miss Gemma's court hearing next week be in her favour? Is she going to win? There we go. Righto. Judgment. All right, so there must be going to be a decision made. Okay, now I'll ask the angel cards. Like, still focusing on that question for you, Gemma. Yes, not the young ones. So your angel card is the Archangel Gabriel. So write that down. And you can look that up as well, about the Archangel Gabriel. And it is the awakening. So something is definitely being brought to your attention, and having you look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill, but it's important for you. And it's important for you to be yourself. There is a judgment made, but it's still saying temporary standstill. So I'll just... Is this the first time that you've had to go to court? Some reason they're trying to hold it up, I think. Again, it's saying look at things in a different way. Looking at things in a different way, and it will all make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily. Things will soon start moving again. So, funnily enough, look at that. 2 awakening cards. 2. Isn't that amazing? So something's going to come to your attention. And in a way, judgment is an awakening as well. Okay, now I will focus and ask the answer from the angel deck. It's the Angel's Answer deck, this deck. So just check the details in the week running up to that. Have you missed something or overlooked something? Very important for you to be yourself and to come from a Pisces, that gentle Pisces place, not a aggressive place. So will Miss Jenna win this court case ultimately? Whether she's got to go back again or not, is she ultimately going to win it? Abundance. I think you are going to get your result that you want, but whether or not you get it on that day is a bit dubious. There seems to be something trying to temporary sort of standstill or halt things temporarily. But you've got the abundance card there. So yes, I do think ultimately it's going to rule in your favour. But why it's being held up, or why there's a standstill, is anybody's guess, especially the way the world is at the moment. I mean, you might not even be allowed to go there or something. They have to do it by video call or something like that. There's so many things that just get in the way at the moment of anything. I mean, yeah. So make sure you've got petrol in the car, you've got oil in the car, make sure the tyres are pumped up, make sure it's not your transport that's going to hinder you. So get that all ready in the week leading up to it too. And anything else that you can think of or that, comes to your attention, just so, you've got all your bases covered. Okay. So I hope that's been informative for you. I think that was quite amazing that you got 2 awakening cards and 2 two things sort of showing you that there's something really significant coming through. Actually, I'll just double check here. Because they're major arcana too, so that is sort of a message that somebody else has got the well, they're not controlling it, but there's an outside influence. So you've got to look at things from a new perspective. Ask yourself if it's possible that a different approach would work better. Although it may feel like events have come to a standstill, it's only temporary. So make use of the extra time you've been given to rethink your strategy. You may need to step outside the norm and the mainstream right now and embrace your new beliefs and attitudes. It's a good moment to be generous with your time and attention and gifts. This tithering, and tithering is donations, is returned by the universe manyfold to you. There's something coming to you that's going to be really helping you. So the Archangel Gabriel is the angel who helps people become divine messengers of love. When you speak, think and act from a place of love, others are irresistibly drawn to you. So try as hard as you can to really get yourself in the place of love. Even if you could just think of something that you love. It could be an item, it could be your favorite jewelry, or it could be your favorite piece of clothing. Wear something you love. Get yourself into that love vibration, because that's what's going to attract what you're wanting to you. All right, now additionally, there is unusual solutions. So for some reason, everything's pointing to this is not just a cut and dry day for you. But it doesn't look like there's upheaval so much. It just is something temporarily sort of making things feel a bit stagnant. Okay? So I hope that's been helpful. Now, Sandra, hi. What is happening for you regarding finding a job? Okay. I saw your beautiful beginnings of your veggie garden. I love having my veggie garden. I put all my tomatoes in. I'll actually give you a rundown of the planting by the moon. I've got my chart up behind me, and I'll have a quick look on that too. What is best times to plant food and everything? Okay, so Sandra, what's happening for her regarding finding a job? Rest. Okay, I feel this letting you know that at the moment it's not time. You need marana. You need to do some retreats or pampering, or just making sure that you get your sleep regime. Yeah, this usually means that if I get this, it means that I'm probably not going to work that day. So things aren't moving fast in that area, but there's a reason for it. There must be something you need to look into or do with your physical rest and well-being, I feel, Sandra. Okay, so now I'll ask the angel cards. Oh, you got an awakening as well. Number 12, Archangel Gabriel. So you've also got to up that love vibration. So for both of you, in regards to that, you need to really use your rose quartz crystal if you've got them. That's the love vibration crystal, one of the main ones. I'll put that here in the reading for you, Sandra. So you need to look at things from a different perspective. There is a temporary standstill, Four of Swords, and it's important to be yourself. Yes, you both are awakening. So there's a real importance here for you to be yourself. And that's often where I know, it's a message in this card for me too, because when I've been going for job interviews, I tend to think about what's the right answer to that question, and they ask you the most strangest questions that you just sort of think, what's that got to do with this job, So it puts you on the back foot, and you've got to maybe even research in the sense of when you're applying for that job interview, write down the description and everything they've written in that job post, and then use it to answer the questions. That was the conclusion that I came to with the last job interview I went to. I wished I'd used what they'd written in their post for their job. I wish I'd used their own words to answer the question, because I sort of used my own way of explaining it, and it was explaining the same thing, but it wasn't the exact thing that they wanted to hear. So that's why I think that is coming from a different perspective for you. So look into that sort of thing, because it's the interview. When it's all said and done, it's whether or not you're any good at being interviewed. And I apparently am not. Not for a job interview anyway. Plus, they're all young people, so I think they think that us oldies, or me being older, I don't fit the bill, I don't think, sometimes. So, hence, I'm still in the same job. Okay, so now, to continue. So I hope that makes sense to you, Sandy. Okay, so need to happen regarding jobs. If she's going to get that job. You are. All right, so you've got to go through that process, those two cards. There's still a bit of time before it comes, maybe 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. And then you get the different perspective of how to handle the interview, how to write out your resume. And then you may be under stress because of multiple jobs. or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. So when you're under stress, you're definitely working. So you are it is coming. It's important to balance your work and your personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. And it's the 2 of autumn. Okay, so I feel that you may find yourself working part-time or casual and juggling 2 jobs. You might do something on a Friday and a Saturday night or something, and then you do a couple of days during the week. There's two things for you to focus on. And it is going to be a juggling act and lots of responsibility. Well, there was one stage there I had 3 jobs. That's hectic. But they only had a few hours here and there each day, so I had to, and I just feel with that card coming up that's something you may be looking at. Okay, so now the answer from the angel for Sandy. Happening with her finding a job. Well, you got 2 cards. The first one is in the near future. So the time of 4 was what I got through it. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. And the other card is it's up to you. So you can do this. You can have this if you really, really want it. Have to visualize yourself as already having it, Sandy, and giving thanks for this wonderful, perfect job for you, as if you've already got it. All the while watching things you love, listening to music that you love, doing things you love as often as possible so that you're getting into that love vibration, okay? So keep your rose quartz with you. It's really good for sleep as well, the rose quartz. Oh, my knee's hurting. So you can keep it in your bedroom, and it really does help with sleeping. So I'll just now have a look at the planting by the moon chart. Hang on a minute. Okay. All right. So we're up here in September, and best time to sow leafy annuals. Best time to sow leafy annuals is the fourth quarter moon. Next best time is best time leafy annuals is here on the 12th and 11th. So 11th and 12th. So leafy annuals and lettuce and spinach, those kind of things, shallots. And the next best time is, alright, so you've got one here. The second best time is the 9th and 10th of September. This is for leafy animals. So through to, and then you've got the 11th and 12th. So from the 9th to the 12th, really good time for getting them started, and root crops. The 24th through to the 26th. That's for your carrots, potatoes, beetroot, those kinds of things, root plants. 24th to the 26th. And fertilising is best on a waxing moon. So if you're going to fertilise, you fertilise after the full moons, before the full moon, waxing, before the full moon. So they're the dates. So hopefully you wrote them down, but I'll put them up in the group anyway. We'll use Win Lotto. I'll ask. I'll see what they say. We all need to win Lotto, don't we? Funny thing about Lotto is if you win $25, you've actually won Lotto. So you have to be very specific. So will you win Division 1 in Lotto? I don't know. Do you get? You wouldn't get Oz Lotto. Do you get Powerball? Oh. Okay, got 2 cards over here. If you believe is the answer. If you believe, and then you got another card, and it says success. So you've got to believe, but in order to believe, this is how the language of the universe works. Excuse me if that's all making very noisy noise. Sorry, don't mean to be making lots of noise. The language of the universe, it works not by saying, please, can I win Lotto? So, for example, you need to live it and breathe it as if it's already happening. And of course, you need to buy a ticket. Can't win anything if you don't buy a ticket. But, I mean, as I said, even winning $17 on Lotto is winning Lotto. So lots of people win Lotto all the time. They just don't see it as a win because it's only $17. Whereas instead of being disappointed that you've won $17, you should be very, very grateful that you've won $17. Thank you for me winning $17. Well, it's not about greed. Not about greed. That's blocking you winning it. Just even thinking that is blocking you from that sort of thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars. By thinking I'm not greedy is instant cancel block. What you have to think is I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Don't even bring the word greedy into it. All the universe hears is greedy. Doesn't hear I'm not. It hears greedy. So you've got to be grateful. That's how it works. And as you go along, you get to fine tune that so that you really find it easier to get into that sort of frequency. Now, I haven't personally won first division in Lotto, but I have had some incredible good fortune from time to time. Yeah, deserving. That's still not the right word. Grateful. The right word is thank you and grateful. Deserving, greedy, those sort of words aren't the right frequency. Sorry, but yeah, it's just. I'm trying to help you out here, darling. I want you in the right channel, right frequency. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's great. Yeah, yeah. So, okay. So then, the other thing I wanted to share with you, we did the full moon. Now, some other dates that are very significant is the 23rd when the sun moves into Libra. So that's a time for being diplomatic. It's also a time where you can really seek out some peace and harmony, and there's the opportunity for socialising there too on the 23rd of September. So that might be a good time for those of us that are, wanting the restrictions to ease up or lighten up. We may find that from the 23rd of September onwards, there may be some leeway. Now, also around the 27th is the Mercury Retrograde. So that's a time when it's like living in the fast lane and making many choices. So jot that down. The 27th is very significant, and it's a message of making hay while the sun shines. Okay, so you can make some really good movement in the right direction around that time. Even though Mercury is going retrograde, it's got a good firm aspect with Mars, the action planet. And one of the other dates where you need to sort of really rein in some discipline is the 26th of September. Because discipline is required around that time, and resisting the urge to control something. Accomplish what you can, but resist the urge to control. So there are some of the things that were really sort of pointing out to me that I wanted to share. Okay. Alani! Hello, Alani. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I'm good. I hope you're very good too. As I said, I'm doing some live readings this month. Oh, good. I'm glad Sandra's got a rose quartz. This gem is actually grateful and greedy. Well, the universe does have a sense of humour, even though sometimes we don't quite get the joke. Yeah. Yeah. So, right, now I did take down some notes about this month. So we've got a lot of people that we're going to be dealing with, or possibly can be dealing with, coming from a place where they're feeling cheated, they're feeling disillusioned, but that's based on what their beliefs are. Okay, so it's not necessarily correct. So there's some tricky stuff going on there with some people who are under a bit of a disillusion and feel like they're being tricked or they're being wronged. And what we have to do when we are presented with any of that, whether it's mainstream media, whether it's our politicians, whether it's our family members, is we're going to trust our gut instinct, and so that we don't just get sucked into it as well. Because otherwise it can be a real source of confusion going on. Okay, so take a step back. Look at the broader picture. Get that Jupiter Aquarius energy working. Jupiter expands. If you step back, you can really look at things from a bigger perspective. Now, okay, so I've written down here that to be very careful this month of September not to lose our temper. They've got to keep our cool. So if there's any of you that are dealing with somebody who may come across as erratic or aggressive, this is where we've got to step back. We've got to step out of that's their thing. They may be trying to, definitely, well, they're trying, there will be people that are trying to confuse the issue. And you have to step back. If something is confusing, I've often found, if something's confusing, then it's because it's not exactly 100% true. That's why it's confusing. Or there is too much detail. There's too much information. So again, you've got to step back. Okay, no, you'll be good. Well, you're always good. Just don't, the best you can, don't let yourself get sucked into it. Don't listen to the nonsense. Don't listen to whatever it is. Hi! Kira's on there. Yeah. Now, there could be actually a time of some really good news coming through in as of tomorrow, the 8th. So we can all do with good news. And just remember, people can only talk from their level of knowledge. That's important. To remember that. What else have I written down here? 17th is good for a good harmonious day. And a reminder there that if you keep your focus on, around the 17th, if you keep your focus on what is not working out, then you'll fail to see what is actually going right. So around the 17th, it's a really good time to really look for the positives. In every negative, there is a positive. You can't have one without the other. It's just that we get caught in focusing on that negative. Have you got any questions, Alani or Anna Camille? I can look at a card for you. The 12th, 16th and 17th are times where the more grounded you are, the more down to earth you are, then the less you will make things more complicated than what they need to be. And it's especially a month of really restoring our health and looking at what needs to be done so that you can stay the course and you will win in the end. Okay. Any toxic relationships that you might be dealing with from the 25th? They'll need to be sort of pretty much cut out of your life after the 25th. The Virgo energy is one of purity and one of healing and well-being and service. So it does not like, and we're very much in the Virgo energy now, it does not like toxic relationships. It doesn't do toxic relationships. So if there's a toxic relationship in your life, then after the 25th, it'll be, that's it. I'm simplifying my life. There's a breaking down and breaking through. Okay? And it is a message of being in this world but not of it. Stand back. Mother Earth is also going through a unstable time, and she also needs us to focus on her. So some tree hugging and getting our hands in the dirt is really healing for our Mother Earth and healing for us and helping us to stay very grounded and helping us also to be more respectful and understanding of each other. Okay, so there are a few of the notes that I also wrote down that came through to me over the last week or so, building up to this new moon, where new moons are new beginnings. And the new moon was exacted around about 10 o'clock this morning. But the new moon phase, as I said, will last for 2-3 days. So you don't know whether or not you want anything read out for you. Now I've got something else to share. This is my soy candle that I made. Some crystal infused. I've got a quartz crystal in there, and it's a scented candle, and I've scented it with lemon myrtle. So I'm going to light it for the first time. There we go. I'll put it here, and you probably can't see it. See that? Probably can't see that. I don't know. It's very pretty. Oh, that lemon myrtle smells so nice. So I'll give you a rundown on lemon myrtle and what it's actually really, really good for. It's good for your concentration. It's good for clearing the mind, and it also eases congestion via inhalation, or you can apply it topically. It's one of the best essential oils for antidepressant, bringing peace of mind to those that are feeling overwhelmed, and it can help concentration and focusing your mind. It also is wonderful anti-inflammatory properties in it, and it works together to help ease muscle pain and inflammation. Not to mention refreshing, and that the lemon myrtle oil is highly valued as well. Okay, now I've just got a friend of mine that's trying to get in. Yep. Oh, have I lost it? Why has that done that? Hello? Hello, hang on. Right, I'm just going to copy this and I'll send it to her so that hopefully she can get on. She missed the last one, and I don't want her to miss this one. Come up, there we go. Where's the link? A lot of very honest, straightforward people in my life, and I like it that way. Beat around the bush. Hopefully that will get her there. I hope. Okay, so you'd love a card. Well, I'm doing 4 cards, 4-card readings, Alani, so you can ask, is there any advice? Okay, we'll see what cards present for you, Alani. Boy, I think there's lots of messages for you, Alani. Lots and lots of messages. But I'll take these 2 cards. They will do. Okay, so first up, you've got the Hermit. Okay, so that's letting me know that you really are delving into your knowledge and your inner wisdom, and you're really using that as your guiding light. And you've learnt to trust your gut instinct a lot better than what most people do. Hello, Megan! Yay! So you're trusting your inner guidance. It's letting you know. So it is sort of a time where you are retreating, but that also, to me, could be that you've got to spend more time sort of isolated or on your own, which is pretty much the story all round for us down here anyway. And out of that, you can really trust your own inner wisdom. And don't doubt yourself. I think there's something that you may have doubted yourself about. Well, don't doubt yourself. Trust your instincts, even if someone's trying to convince you of something else. And then the second card that popped out for you was the Two of Cups. This is a beautiful card. This is a card of union. So it is a card of success. The cups are full. The cups are full of love. So it's a message of love vibration, being present for you. And it is even a situation of two people coming together. So there may be someone that you actually really want to see, and you're not being able to get together with them, and you really do love this person, they love you. There's lots of really very it is a relationship card too, okay? So I do feel that relationship could become quite important to you. But you need to use the wisdom of how to truly love yourself. And that's not just about whether or not you're pretty or beautiful, which I know you are, Alani. It's about loving yourself in the sense of, if you were going to be your own best friend, what would you do for you? That sort of love. Once you get to that and you can love yourself at that level, that's when the right person presents. Okay, now I'll just ask the angel cards for you too, Alani, and see what message they have for you, or what advice they've got for you. Well, I don't know if you've met anybody, but it's looking like if you haven't, you're going to, because you've got the Ace of Water, which in the other deck is the Ace of Cups, which is your cup is running over, and falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, and a new home are all indicated here. And the aces are usually 1 year. So 1 year from now, you can be looking at that. And two of the cards fell out, and the other one is the Lovers and Archangel Raphael. So that's intimate relationships being highlighted for you. Carefully weighing your decisions, and good health are all indicated there. So number 6 is significant. So you've got number 9, so write down your numbers, number 9, number 2, and number 6. All significant numbers for you. And I'll just have a look for the Archangel Raphael. And what? Archangel Raphael, in addition to being an angel of health and traveling, is the patron of soulmates. Raphael can help with significant relationships, including those of romance, friendship, business, and family. He can also help you manifest the soulmate partnership of your dreams. So thank Archangel Raphael for that in advance. Giggles and blushing. So there's a need for balance when you get the Lovers card, and you did. So there is a need. Okay, now your animal message card. You've just finished with your dad, Megan. Oh, hope that worked out better for you this time. Yeah, well, I thought I'd send you a message so that you knew that I'll be pulling some cards this afternoon because it's the new moon in Virgo, so it's all about our health and well-being and lifting that love vibration of healing and well-being. Plus, I didn't have to work today, so I actually have some time. Oh, that's lovely, Alani. Yes, I'm very grateful for all the angels that help me too. Again, okay, here we go. We've got the Hermit again, Alani. The Hermit, number 9. Number 9, number 9. The number 9 is, the message with the number 9 is, forgive them for they know not what they do. Don't know if that resonates with you, Alani. So, it's Firefly. And your message from the animal medicine cards is, take time for contemplation to retreat and go within. Be a beacon for others on their path to spiritual enlightenment. Lovely. So you can also, from your own journey within, you can also help others. Okay, now I will ask for your message from the Angel Answer card. So this is sort of like a yes and no answer these cards give. Okay, and it's a message for you to believe. So if relationships are being held up in your life, this is a message that if you believe, you will receive. Okay? And believe it as if it's already happening. That's the key here. Believe that you have that support, respect, and happiness with that particular person already in your life. So I hope that's been very helpful for you, my dear Lani. Lovely to hear from you. And I have got your chart that Kira organised for you. I think it was for your birthday, or it might have been for Christmas. Well, I've just been waiting to get your email address or your mailing address so I can send it to you. Okay? And I'll just show too this, I don't know whether or not it will actually, this is one of the most beautiful crystals. This is a Aura Angel cluster that has already been purchased by darling Megan. But I just wanted to share it with everybody because the angel cluster is one that gives off like rainbows and creates like playful kind of, it's just gorgeous. Can you see the rainbows? So it's called the Angel or Rainbow Aura Crystal. And whenever they come up and I see them for a reasonable price, I grab them. And it lifts the spirits, and it's said to connect the user to subtle angelic realms, bringing in energy at a very high, gentle frequency. It helps if you keep the angel aura in a meditative space to facilitate connection with your own personal guardian angel. So I just wanted to share that beautiful crystal with you. And one of the other ones that I've got here that I really love, and I'm finding it very difficult to even contemplate parting with it, is the cathedral quartz. It's the cathedral quartz because it's got like the cathedral going up there. You can see it shines pretty nice as well. And this is regarded as the key to levels of knowledge and awareness beyond the physical world. It's also known as the Akashic Record. So the Akashic Records is the field of information that has been accessed through time by seekers, mystics, psychics, and holds the answers to deep mystery. So holding the cathedral crystal assists us with flashes of awareness, deja vu, memories that shed light on inner issues. So I wanted to include that in our broadcast today as well. Give you all a bit of that energy. So you've all got a bit of energy from the angel rainbow cluster and the cathedral. Yes, yes. Well, I'm not doing this for a sale thing. This is to share the energies and to help so that you can all know what you're looking for if you're wanting to purchase a crystal for yourselves. Or let me know what you want to purchase and I will order them for you. And this is another angel aura one, which is kind of a cathedral. You can see the rainbow colours coming through there a little bit. So I brought these into our reading today. Yeah, it is really good energy, and it helps to lift the whole vibration of the room. And of course, for all the Scorpions out there, the smoky quartz crystal is a Scorpion crystal. It really helps clear up toxic relationships. So anyone dealing with a toxic relationship, you need to work with your smoky quartz. Okay, and keep it close to you, especially if you're dealing with that toxic person. So is there any more questions that I can ask the cards for any of you? Oh, and this is one of mine. I've had this for so many years, and this one is known as the abundance crystal. So if you have a clear quartz, if you ever see a clear quartz and it's got the 3 columns going up, that's the abundance energy. So prosperity and abundance with this one. So if you're looking for any of those, you can flick me a message through the Facebook group or go on to my Facebook boutique, Walking Your Talk at Elle's Wellbeing, and leave a message for me there of what sort of crystal you want me to look for you and what price you're looking at. Yes, yes. Gemma, Miss Gemma, you need a huge... Well, that one's about that big. So, like 6 inch that. That's a pretty big one. It is a pretty big one. But as I say, this isn't about selling them today. This is just sharing the energy with you all to help give you a little bit of a boost because I don't know about any of you, but yesterday was a real day, and it took a fair bit for me to really lift myself out of that energy yesterday. It was just like, oh, I just want to go to bed and go to sleep. Don't even want to deal with this energy. And my crystal's coming into my little candle. So the candles are the next thing that will be in the boutique. No, still not big enough. I'll look for a real big one for you, Jim. Real big. And the other thing that I use too, let's put this down, to help with lifting the vibration is the Heavenly Lift Mist. So I'm going to spray a bit of that around today. And that has got bergamot oil, sweet orange oil, and ylang ylang. Beautiful. And I'll just share with you too, there, Megan. I found it. It fell out. It fell out of the bookshelf. I was looking for something else, and look what fell out. The Celestine Prophecy. We're only talking about it just recently, so I actually found it. So, is there any questions you'd like me to ask the cards, Megan? And you're so welcome, Alani. It's wonderful to see you on here again and joining the group. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming along. As I said, I did a little bit of an early one today because I wanted my Kiwi friends to not be too exhausted after doing a reading. And yeah, well, I've been looking for it for weeks myself. Yeah, I've been looking for it for weeks, and I thought that I'd lost it. And then today I was looking for my moon book to just look up, make some extra information about the new moon energy of today, and this fell out. And I thought, there you go, I meant to share that with all of you, and it is a great read. And I haven't read it for many years. I reckon 20 years since I've read it, and I really think that to get through this lockdown, I'm going to enjoy reading that. I've exhausted everything else. It's a sign. Especially when I couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't find it. So, but it fell on my foot today. So there you go. Okay. So, what are you saying, Megan? Energy. Oh, good. So you're next. Okay. Okay, and Camille, what would you like me to focus on? Because I'll be wrapping it up soon. I tell you what, when I do these, I think I'm only going to go on for an hour, and before I know it, a couple of hours has gone by, and I don't know about you, but it really helps lift the mood and puts you in a good space. So I do like doing them. Stop. Oh, it's working again now. I don't know why it keeps stopping. But heaps of people are complaining about the wrong rock or the same thing. Buying a house. Okay, I will focus on that for you. Alright. Knight of Cups. Let's romance. Lots of romantic energy connected. So that's good. It's definitely coming from love vibration for that. Love frequency. Probably a romantic ideal. Oh. Lots of messages there for you too. Okay. So you have the Seven of Air and plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, but the timing isn't right yet. So you need to make some revision on your plan. So whatever it is that you've planned, you're going to renew those plans. There's change plans coming anyway, because the time's not right to go ahead with those plans, is what that card's saying. But it's all right. There's still all the love around you there. All right. So you've got another page. So you've got the Knight of Cups from the normal deck, and from the animal messages, you've got the Prince of Winter. That's a beautiful thoroughbred horse there. Something pretty beautiful. The thoroughbred horse. Get ready for progress to speed up. Well, you really want that, don't you? I know that you're stuck in your situation and you want it to change so you can move ahead to the new situation. So this situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and make your decision quickly. And the Prince of Winter's key words are decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive. The thoroughbred horse. Okay, you're going to have to make some quick decisions pretty soon. Things are speeding up, going in the right direction. And the second card, oh, I love this card, and I know you're going to love it too, is the unicorn. And the unicorn is great success. And it's the magician card. I'm so happy to see that in your spread. So there is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. So you've got to visualize yourself already having your own home, and wherever you are living, treat it the way you would treat your own home. So would you, how would you look after your own home? What do you want in it? Do you want a veggie garden? Do you want lovely floorboards? Or, really visualize it and see yourself already in it. Do you like it to be nice and clean and tidy? And see it coming to you easily and effortlessly. Okay, hang on. Some of these cards are around the wrong way. No. The last big shuffle. So that's really nice. The unicorn there, the magic is manifesting and everything you need to be successful. So you are going to get it. I just want to crush it. Craft humpy. Okay. Alrighty. You've got the if you believe. If you believe it, you will see it. A lot of the time it's said around the other way. You've got to see it to believe it. But this is if you believe it, the way the universe works is if you believe it, you will see it. And the way you believe it is visualizing that you already have it. And giving thanks and gratitude. Being very grateful about everything. That's the way of the universe, which sometimes is a bit hard to keep that momentum going, but that's all right. If you lapse out of it, you've got to remind yourself and pull yourself back into it. So if you believe, so I hope that's been helpful there for you. Okay, so is there any other questions? Because I'll finish up soon. And again, thank you so much for being a part of this live reading. And I am sorry that I haven't been able to do the zodiac wheel readings, but as I said, hopefully by October I'll be able to get back on track with that. It'd be nice to sit down and do those again. Because I find those very, very interesting, and they sort of doing those monthly readings. Yes, Megan. Doing those monthly readings helped me to really see that people needed something to assist them to keep them going forward, and that's why I turn to the things that have always helped me go forward and always helped me to keep my equilibrium, and that's been my interest in crystals and essential oils and candles and those kinds of things. So now I'm making them, and I've got them there online for anyone who would like to purchase any of them. So thank you very much. You all helped me to rediscover that about myself. Now, Megan, what would you like me to ask for you? What do you want me to focus on? Oh. This earpiece is so big, it doesn't really fit my ear properly. But I just thought the microphone might work a bit better than the echoey microphone from the computer. I'll probably have to look into getting proper microphone at some stage. Alright, well, funnily enough, you've said you tell me, and the card that fell out just as you said that was this man, King of Cups, water sign man. Traditionally, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, very deep, emotional, feels things very deeply. Now this can also represent you being very strong if you're a water sign yourself. So it can represent the inner strength within yourself really coming to the fore there. But it could also be your father. I don't know what sign your father is, but he's certainly taking a lot of your focus, so not unlikely that he could present in the reading. Okay, so now just focus on the angel deck. What message they have for you, Megan? And if any of you missed the earlier part of this live reading, I went through the dates and the retrograde planets, because there's going to be 6 planets retrograde this month. So there, I went through all of that at the beginning. If any of you want to get an idea of dates and how we're going to be best able to deal with the energies and use them to our advantage. 5 of air is your angel card. You've got beautiful horses on there as well. So there's a bit of spirit involved in this. And a little warning for unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives. That's Pisces. Yeah, well, that's a water sign. Yeah, that's alright. Don't worry about whether you spell it wrong. I'm not the spelling police here. Notice that on social media, there's so many spelling police. Yeah, so something a bit tricky around you. You've got to be careful of unwise choices, Megan. And learn what you can from the situation and review everybody's motives. A foster child. Did you pick up a stray animal or an actual child? Okay, so now your animal message. Oh, that was quick. Wow, this has come out a fair bit today, so I feel that it's a message for all of us. But your next card is the Awakening card, Megan. Number 12, Giraffe. Look at things in a different way and all will make sense. Don't worry if your progress is halted temporarily, things will still start moving ahead again. Okay, so there may be something. So if you can see, the giraffe is up there, but it's looking down, upside down, and there's a message in that picture of itself. Like you're coming from a higher place, but you've got to go up and under to be able to get what you want out of it, or to move it in the direction you want. An actual child. Oh, well, hello to the child. Okay. So look at things in a different way and all will make sense. So again, even the planets have been saying we've got to get our head around of not what we want, but what we need. We'll look at things from a different perspective to get things moving ahead and going in the direction. We're so kind of used to what we want and, forcing our will that's not actually getting us anywhere at the moment. Most people that are trying to force their will is they're getting pushed back. They're constantly being pushed back. So you've got to go with the flow and you've got to find, and find the bigger picture. Take a step back. When you remove yourself or sit on the fence, that's when you can see things clearly. And take a step back. Very good idea. It only needs to be temporarily. It doesn't have to. Okay. So this one really flew out, and this is the angel answer. So there's sort of yes and no answers from these angel answer cards, and yours is letting you know that by doing that, the situation will improve. Alrighty? So the situation is going to improve, but you do need to take a step back and review everybody's motives. And sometimes you've got to let the other person make the choice for themselves, whether it's even if it's not in their best interest as far as you're concerned. You can't push a river and you can't take a horse to the river and make it drink. You can take him to the river, but whether he drinks or not. And that's part of there. So that's a little bit of feeling like there's a bit of conflict and you're wanting to halt that, wanting to stop on that. And by doing that, the situation will improve. So I hope that's been helpful for you, darling Megan. And that's me for the day. I will sign off here. And again, thank you, everybody. Many love and blessings coming your way. And keep that vibrational energy up. And if you want me to order any crystals in for you, or any essential oils, or if you're interested in any of my soy scented oils, candles, this is lemon myrtle, just beautiful. Let me know and I'll organise that for you, or personally organised by me. You winning lotto. We all wanted to win lotto. Hang on, I'll just ask. I'll ask these cards. Are you buying a ticket? You've got to buy a ticket. Have you ever watched that movie, Eat, Pray, Love? It's a really good movie. So our book of the month is the Celestine Prophecy. And our movie of the month is Eat, Love, Pray, or Love, Pray, Eat, whatever that movie is called. That's a good movie, that one. Okay. You too have got the abundance card. So there is some sort of abundance or prosperity coming your way, Megan. Something's coming your way. But remember, even if your ticket wins $10, you still won lotto. So you have to sort of clarify to the universe what you want to win. Do you want to win Powerball? Do you want to be? You got to be like specifics, but so say first division in Powerball, superannuation. Yes, that would also be a win, wouldn't it? That's something that we've all gotten sort of given to us. I can't say that we've all gotten it for nothing because there's put in a lot of hard work to be able to get that superannuation, but it's certainly something that has been gifted in a way. So yes, that could also come into the equation. So I hope you've enjoyed your readings today. I really enjoyed having you with me and doing the readings, and I will be back for the solstice, which I might do out around the fire, giving that the weather will be alright. So the solstice is the 21st, 22nd of September, and it's the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere and the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. So that could be a night around, yes, that would be nice if you could come home. I'd love you to come back. I'd love to see you. Or even for me to be able to come and see you. That'd be great. Who knows, maybe from October. I've got my double jab today, so I might be able to get some benefits of having a double jab because it's getting very tedious. Anyway, what can we do? All right, so love to you all, and yeah, keep that in mind. 21st, 22nd is the equinox, and I'll be doing it around the fire pit in the backyard, I think. Set something up so that I can do it out there. Yeah, and I can have fire and we can write down some affirmations and burn them in the fire, or if you've got a candle, you can do that. We'll do a little bit of our own magic. Okay, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.